Hello everyone, and welcome to my Lie and Our American TV Show official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Young and the Restless. I&R spoilers for Tuesday, September 24, state that Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, will fall off to sleep in that dirty motel and envisage a horrific situation for Daniel Romalotti Jr., Michael Graziadei. After Sharon dreams of a gory and likely tragic outcome for Daniel, she'll wake up scared. Of course, Cameron Kirsten, Lyndon Ashby, will claim there's no need to be fearful of what they've been working toward. In fact, Cameron will think Sharon just has to focus on making this dream a reality. Part of Sharon will realize this is wrong, but Cameron will keep manipulating her into thinking this is the only road to Cassie Newman, Cameron Grimes, closure and true happiness with Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow. Speaking of Nick, he'll feel the need to take command of the issue on Tuesday's Lie and Our episode. Now that Nick knows Sharon has gone off the radar, he'll recognize how perilous it is for her to be alone in her current mental state. Nick will do whatever it takes to locate Sharon, so that'll mean obtaining additional info from Maria Copeland, Cameron Grimes, and eventually grilling Daniel about his last chat with Sharon before she escaped. However, Daniel also has an important discussion with Heather Stevens, Eilbaum, coming up. It looks like Daniel will cave to Heather's suggestion about leaving town and starting anew somewhere new. That'll be music to Heather's ears as she's anxious about all the Sharon turmoil and the lack of work options in Genoa City. Heather will think it's best if they all just embrace a new beginning abroad, so she may talk to Daniel about how they might convince Lucy Romalotti, Lily Brooks O'Brien. This is the right move. Unfortunately, Daniel and Heather's clean slate is ruined. Sharon will inevitably make a big move that throws off Heather and Daniel's plans, so we'll send along predictions on all the mayhem that's building. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest Sharon will keep plotting until Cameron pushes her into the final phase of her dark strategy, so stay tuned for updates on all the horrible news coming. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Monday, September 23, 2024, are here. In the next episode, fans can anticipate Cameron Kirsten, Lyndon Ashby, to continue pushing Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, to the breaking point. Meanwhile, Nick Newman's Joshua Morrow search leads to Daniel Romalotti Jr., Michael Graziadei, plus Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinle, commits a familial betrayal. Keep reading to find out what is coming up in the next episode of the CBS soap opera. I&R spoilers for Monday, September 23 hint that Sharon will continue to hide away in that sleazy motel. Unfortunately, Sharon still experiences hallucinations of Cameron, who keeps urging her to kill Daniel. While Sharon is trying to push Cameron's suggestions off, the hallucination did remind her of a truth: that all these ideas are not originating from him, but from Sharon's own thinking. Sharon could think that the only way to silence Cameron is to do what he says. However, Sharon also understands murder would land her in prison. So, it's a real internal war for Sharon. But whose side will win? Nick is finally recognizing that Sharon is in real peril. While Maria Copeland, Cameron Grimes, went to the Madison Hotel for the business meeting, Sharon wasn't there. It was merely a pretense, and Sharon checked into a dirtbag motel under a different identity. However, Nick has already spoken to his family. At some point, Nick might ask Victor Newman, Eric Braden, to focus his security team on best if they all just embrace a new beginning abroad, so she may talk to Daniel about how they might convince Lucy Romalotti, Lily Brooks O'Brien. This is the right move. Unfortunately, Daniel and Heather's clean slate is ruined. Sharon will inevitably make a big move that throws off Heather and Daniel's plans, so we'll send along predictions on all the mayhem that's building. The young and the restless spoilers suggest Sharon will keep plotting until Cameron pushes her into the final phase of her dark strategy, so stay tuned for updates on all the horrible news coming. However, Victor isn't interested in answers, he just wants to create chaos and watch others beneath him suffer. So, Victoria might place herself in a risky scenario. Will Victoria betray her father and warn Billy? Could Victoria even secretly help Billy and Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, overcome Victor? Perhaps, but that would also damage Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, so stay tuned. Which narrative are you looking forward to witnessing the most on Monday, September 23, 2024? Share your opinions in the comment area below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. Can Cassie convince Sharon to receive the help she needs so she can be present for her brother and sisters as well as Nick in the future? Could this almost tragic even get Nick and Sharon back together? These two have never stopped caring for each other. Will Nick and Sharon reunite and be grateful for the family they have instead of striving to get what they cannot have again? Can Nick and Sharon be saved from what she believed was the way out? A preview film also shows Nick confronting Daniel regarding Sharon's whereabouts. Of course, Daniel has no clue where Sharon is. In a sample clip, Sharon sobs as she wonders how to get out of this circumstance. So, it sounds like Sharon might do something to Daniel. Maybe Sharon reaches out to Daniel for help, just to hold him prisoner. On Monday's episode, fans can anticipate Victoria to feel bad about what her father is doing to Billy Abbott. Jason Thompson. Victoria wanted Victor to allow her to come up with a solution that's fair for everyone. However, Victor isn't interested in answers, he just wants to create chaos and watch others beneath him suffer. So, Victoria might place herself in a risky scenario. Will Victoria betray her father and warn Billy? Could Victoria even secretly help Billy and Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, overcome Victor? Perhaps, but that would also damage Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, so stay tuned. Which narrative are you looking forward to witnessing the most on Monday, September 23, 2024? Share your opinions in the comment area below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. The young and the restless spoilers state that Sharon Rosalia's Sharon case has gone off the deep end when it comes to dealing with Cameron Kirsten, Lyndon Ashby. Cameron has Sharon convinced the killing Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziadei, will set things straight with her family again. Sharon honestly believes this could bring Cassie Newman, Cameron Grimes, back. How does Sharon plan to make this reunion happen? As much as Sharon loves her kids here on Earth, Sharon feels that her life would have been drastically different if she and Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, had stayed together. Sharon realizes this would have probably happened if Cassie hadn't died. Can Sharon reunite their family and live happily ever after Sharon knows Cassie is dead? There is no way that killing Michael is going to change that since Cassie cannot miraculously return to the living after all of this. However, Sharon and Nick may go join Cassie and be a family again. Does Sharon play to kill Nick and then herself so they can be a family again? Cassie passed several years ago and frankly, Faith Newman, Raylan Castor, would not be here if Cassie had survived.